The first thing they always say is, do this kind of work, can make money one man. So when the pandemic hit, right, especially during the circuit breaker, so they ask me, so how's everything, how's work? Then I will go like, what work? What work? There's no work. Hey everybody, my name is Edmund. I'm 40 years old this year. I'm a full-time children's entertainer and clown. My dad is the sole breadwinner, so he's a technician at the factory. So we grew up not having a lot of things, but yet I still had a very fun childhood because my dad is a very fun guy. You know, every time at Chinese New Year gathering, there's always this favourite uncle among all the young children. So my dad is what we call the funny clown uncle in the family. They'll do like a bit of magic, a bit of fire eating, a bit of clowns. One of my most iconic experiences was at the Old World Trade Center. There's this magician, Mr. Jishen Tan. So he was performing live. First time as a young kid. Remember, I didn't have much money when I grew up, right? So being able to watch somebody perform live was amazing. So that inspired me to want to do the same when I grew up. So not just my dad, my mom as well. So they always say this, I don't care what you choose or whatever you want to do in your life, as long as you grow up being a good person and make sure you're a person constantly contributing to the community. They were not so bothered about they have to have me study something that bring a lot of income. I think that was very important, to pursue whatever I like first and then decide what to do with that much later. So I've always been doing magic tricks throughout my entire life, since I was 8 years old. So usually what I'll ask for is for a little magic set. So with that magic set, Chinese New Year family gathering, and then I will perform these magic tricks. The point in time was David Blaine on TV inspired me to want to do magic. After NS, I went to college in NUS. At the time, I was already taking out gigs to do children's birthday parties. So when I started performing magic for people, right, I realized I actually like performing more for the children. The first thing they always say is, do this kind of work, can make money one man. I think my friends around at the time, they were envious of me because I was already making a lot more income than they were when they started out at their jobs. But I think to me, the fulfillment part is far more important. But of course, it sounds very nice. Of course, there's a lot of work behind. While I love the performing part, there are parts of it that I don't like. For example, the hours before the show, preparing the props, cleaning the props, maintaining the props, right? Nobody enjoys that, but it's just a process. I tell myself, in order to have the enjoyment of performing for other people, all this prep work must be done. But when the circuit breaker hit, there's no events, right? I am grateful for my friends who care about me because they also know that events cannot happen. So they ask me, so how's everything, how's work? Then I will go like, work? What work? There's no work. So I pivoted to doing virtual shows. Obviously, I enjoy the live interaction with people, with the kids a lot more. It makes a huge difference because in terms of clowning, right, when I'm performing, a lot of things are on an improv basis because sometimes the child does something that was totally unintended, but it can be funny. So instead of making me the star of the show, I'll make him the star of the show. And all these presents that I present during the show, that I make them appear and so forth during the show, I actually mail it to the birthday child. Yeah. So they actually have something to touch, because the kids cannot touch my props. So I always say, I think Singaporeans need to have a lot more play in their lives. Clowning is essentially play. So make sure you spend like at least 30 minutes a day exercising, playing a musical instrument, juggling. But do it for intrinsic reasons, not for not because you are doing it at this hobby because you want to carve out a side hustle business, or do it because you like it. So like I say, focus on, find the balance and then focus on what you are good at and what you enjoy.